Hey guys, welcome back to Phonebulance, and in today's video we're going through a simple guide on buying a used iPhone. Tips, tricks, and how to avoid getting scammed. But before we get started, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. It'll make sure we keep bringing out amazing content just like this. Okay, let's do this thing. So you need a new iPhone. Old phone has either taken a swim, fallen from a height, or been swiped by some not-so-trustworthy people. Either way, it's time to get a replacement. Then you check your bank balance and it looks like a brand new iPhone is a little out of reach. Hey, we feel ya. It's time to bite the bullet and start hunting for a second-hand iPhone. If you've ever bought a second-hand car, you know there's a certain amount of risk involved. You've got no real idea of how it was treated by its previous owner, and if you're not a mechanic, there's no way of telling what expensive maintenance is just around the corner. Purchasing a second-hand iPhone can be just as risky, especially if you're not an electronic repair technician. So how do you avoid buying an expensive paperweight? And where's the best place to buy? A reputable retailer that refurbishes iPhones, or from a stranger on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, or Gumtree? Let's start with some things you can check pretty quickly. The IMEI number. One huge risk when buying a second-hand phone off a stranger is whether the phone has been stolen or not. Knowingly buying stolen goods from someone is illegal and can land you in hot water if you're caught. A phone that has been reported as stolen can be seized by police even if you bought it legitimately. One way to check the status of a phone is via the unique IMEI number. It's similar to the serial number but doesn't include letters. You can find the IMEI number engraved on the back of the iPhone as well as on the SIM card tray and in the settings of the device itself. There's a handful of websites like IMEI Pro, CTIA Stolen Phone Checker, and Swappa that provide an IMEI check against databases of stolen devices, and it's worthwhile running the number through all of them, as results can vary. Most reputable iPhone retailers that sell refurbished devices will list the IMEI number on their online stores. Likewise, sellers on eBay can provide serial and IMEI numbers for potential customers to check before buying. If you're buying privately, always insist the seller provide the IMEI number prior or at least allow you to inspect the phone and check before handing any money over. Is it carrier locked? Sometimes when you buy an iPhone through a carrier or telecommunications network, the device is locked to that particular service provider. Unlocking that iPhone for all networks can often attract a fee if you aren't the original owner of the phone. Usually the retailer or seller will specify if a phone is network locked or not, but don't always rely on their word for it. To check whether your carrier and the iPhone on offer are compatible, ask your carrier to run a search on the IMEI number. The battery. A good battery life is one of the most important things on an iPhone. Without it, you could find yourself constantly connected to a charger. Whether you're meeting the person face-to-face or buying online, it's vital you check the health of the battery. And here's how. Open the iPhone settings, scroll down slightly until you find battery. Once you're in the battery page, click on the battery health option. You should see the maximum capacity of the iPhone's charge on this page. Anything below 85%, you'll want to replace the battery. This means, depending on the model, a replacement cost of anywhere between $50 and $100. Factor this when considering how cheap this used iPhone is. General wear and tear. The quickest and easiest check you can do on a second-hand iPhone is a visual once-over to check for scratches, dents, loose-fitting components, and evidence of any water damage. Most well-used phones will have a few marks here and there, but anything which affects the performance of the phone itself is a worry. If you can live with a bit of cosmetic damage, you can easily snap a bargain, but just remember, cracked screens only get worse over time. Check all the charging ports, headphone ports if that model comes with one, and make sure the speaker and microphone grill are free from dust and debris. If you can, bring a charger and headphones, both wired and Bluetooth. Connect the headphones and charger at separate times to ensure they're all in perfect working condition. Play with the iPhone through a range of normal operations. Open a few different applications, and make note how fast they open and switch back and forth. Play a video to check the screen resolution, refresh rate, and volume levels of the speaker. Open the camera, take a few photos, and record a video to ensure the camera isn't faulty and there aren't any scratches on the lens. If the iPhone's connected to a network, check the signal strength in comparison to yours or other iPhones nearby. Try making or receiving a phone call and listen for audio quality and if the microphone's working correctly. Without physically opening the iPhone up, these are the best ways to quickly check that your new, second-hand iPhone is still running well and won't fail 3 weeks later. And that just about wraps things up for today. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Have you ever bought a second-hand iPhone for a bargain? Or have you been scammed into purchasing a defective device? Tell us your story in the comments. Do us a favor and please smash the like button. It'll really help out our channel and it won't cost you a thing. Don't forget to tap subscribe before the next video rolls so we can keep bringing you awesome content just like this. See you next time.